Okay. Let Mark sit down. All right.
You're going to get in trouble.
Call the meeting to order. Please rise and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Right, good afternoon. I don't think we have anyone wishing to address the school board, so we'll move on to approval of minutes of the July 11th meeting. Can I get a motion for approval, please?
So moved.
Second. Any discussion? All right, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. That motion passes. Can I get a motion to approve the agenda, please?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. That passes. We did not have any new conflicts of interest this month. So we move on to the approval of consent agenda. Can I get a motion and a second, please?
So moved.
Second. Any discussion? All right, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. All right, that motion passes. All right, we're moving on to the reports of the president. Got the fiscal year 22 academic update.
Good afternoon, President Sarambetz, members of the board. My name is Benjamin Valdez. I'm the Vice President of Academic Affairs at Southeast Tech. And we wanted to provide you with an update regarding all the activities that academics has taken on over the last year and give you an update as far as where we're going and what our our next steps and goals are. So one of the first things that we really focused on this last year is programmatic accreditation. Programmatic accreditation for us is extremely important because so many of our programs are tied to industry standards, industry certification. Programmatic accreditation will help ensure that our programs are aligned academically with the needs of industry, and a lot of times immediately aligns with licensure standards. So we've had several accreditation visits this year. This last year, we first hosted the HVAC Excellence Committee, which came and reviewed our HVAC program. That was a very good program. They found no issues, and our program has been reaccredited for another 7 years. One of the biggest obstacles we overcame was the American Veterinary Medical Association accreditation. That was new accreditation for a brand new program led by a brand new faculty member, and Dr. Stahl did a phenomenal job. The site visit team was on campus for several days. They looked at everything, met with students, and found a few issues, but we hope and we ask that they find some challenges for us, things that we can improve, things that we can continue to do better. A lot of things they did cite in their report are things that we cannot meet at this point or prove because we've not had a graduating class and been able to document some of those components. So a lot of them was just things for us to continue to watch over the next few years, and we'll be submitting several reports followed by another accreditation visit in a few years. Another big hurdle and accomplishment was our business programs are now accredited by the Accreditation Council for Business Schools and Programs. I'm very excited to announce that we are the first technical college to have their business programs accredited through ACBSP. That has really opened up some phenomenal doors for us, and I'm going to talk about partnerships with the Board of Regents and other institutions. This accreditation is really helping allow our students seamless transfer onward as they pursue their educational opportunities. With ACBSP, our accounting, business administration, marketing, and finance programs are accredited. Currently, our Human Resources program, which starts this fall, is not accredited. They do require a graduating cohort and several years of data. So after we have our first graduating class in 2 years, we'll be submitting the necessary documents to have that reviewed for accreditation. And based upon everything we saw with the initial accreditation, I don't see that we'll have any issues or challenges there. Another big accomplishment for us is the Accreditation Commission on Education and Nursing. Our LPN program, while it has been around for years, was the first one in the state and has graduated hundreds and hundreds of students, has not been accredited. Only our RN program has. So the nursing team went through the whole process. They've completed, and our self-study has been accepted by ASIN, and an accreditation visit is scheduled for next year, April of 2023, and that will allow us to ensure that the LPN program is accredited and all the same accreditation as the RN program. And then our Commission on Dental Accreditation, that self-study has been submitted to CODA and is being processed at this point. We're hoping to have things finalized and site visit within the next year and have that program accredited. On a side note, our dental program is approved by DANBY, which is the dental board for the national exam. So students that graduate are still able to take the DANBY exam and receive that level of approval, but that's just one of the steps in the process. Articulations, we've really worked hard over the last year to form very strong partnerships with four-year institutions. We worked as a system with Western Governors University, and earlier this year we signed up both a system and campus-level articulation with Western Governors, and that provides a full-blown 2+2 articulation, so they're accepting all 60 credits from our healthcare, business, and IT programs into their baccalaureate programs. The nice thing, and a lot of things that people don't know about Western Governors University, is that it's not a private institution. It's, well, it is private. It's actually run by a consortium of states. Governor Janklow was one of the governors that helped start Western Governors a while back. So there's several governors that sit on its board of regents and directors and oversee its curriculum and moving the institution forward. So we're really lucky to have that partnership with WGU. In fact, we've through the whole process, we found out this year we've already had 8 students take advantage of that articulation, and 7 of them have already graduated because of how they're set up in a competency-based education. So many of our students working in field are able to use their work experience, previous experience from Southeast Tech, and really move their education forward quickly. South Dakota State University, we've really been working with SDSU to form a very strong alliance and partnership with them. And I'm very excited that this Thursday, we are holding a signing ceremony. So if you're able to attend, we'd love to have you come and join us for this signing ceremony with President Dunn and the nursing program at SDSU. This articulation has 2 really cool components. The first is a full-blown 2+2, so all 60 of our nursing credits will transfer to SDSU. And the other component is we've also worked with SDSU on a reverse articulation. So a student who may not find SDSU as a fit, or financial or academic or any other reason they're wanting to transfer to Southeast Tech, we can seamlessly enroll them into our LPN program and they can continue their nursing program with us. So it's a really good give and take with SDSU. We've also been working very close with Northern State University and have developed a very, very strong relationship with them. One of the things we just did last week is reaffirm and update all of our existing articulations that we have for the programs in place. We are finalizing, and the only one we did not finalize was the business, because now that we are ACBSB accredited, they're going to accept all 60 of our business credits. We're also working with them on 2 really unique programs. One, kind of like SDSU, or reverse articulation. So a student who, for some reason, isn't fitting in at Northern, they can come down to Southeast Tech and take advantage and seamlessly complete their business degree with us. And they have an option to go right back to Northern to complete their baccalaureate degree there. The other thing we're working on right now is what we're right now terming STC NSU Next program. And that partnership with Northern will allow us to co-enroll students into our business program. What we're kind of envisioning right now that students will take 1 Northern class every semester, And upon graduation from Southeast Tech with their associates, they have guaranteed and automatic admissions right into Northern with all their credits moving forward. So again, providing different options and different pathways for students versus saying there's only one option. So our partnership with Northern is really growing strong, and we'll hopefully have that finalized within the next few months. We also developed a really good articulation with Dakota Wesleyan University for both our business students and law enforcement to take advantage of opportunities to earn a baccalaureate degree through them. So really trying to look at how we keep students in South Dakota and provide options for them to move forward. Our high school partnerships has also been something that we've really focused on over the last year. Here with the Sioux Falls School District, we've really been working with Jefferson High School, sitting right down the street from us, a block away. We've had several lunch and learns, as we've kind of called them, over the last year, where both Southeast Tech faculty and Jefferson faculty have met, and they've talked about opportunities for dual enrollment and concurrent enrollment amongst students, and how we can align schedules and provide options for students from Jefferson to come over to Southeast Tech and complete courses. At Career and Technical Education Academy, we're really excited. We ran a pilot last year where they were offering math 100 and English 100 for students, and that was real successful. We're going to be doing it again this year and increasing enrollment within that. We've also provided additional options and articulations for dual enrollment within their construction, welding programs as well. So we're hoping to really continue to build those options and opportunities for students to earn college credit while in high school, and then provide them pathways, whether it's to Southeast Tech or any of the other institutions. The goal ultimately is to move students forward. Brandon Valley High School, also CTE, we also did submit the application, and we'll be finalizing everything with HLC, though we're going to ask that that be combined with our visit next year to have them accredited as a site of Southeast Tech. That way then a student can truly earn their entire degree at CTE from Southeast Tech. Brandon Valley, we're expanding opportunities there to provide dual enrollment, concurrent enrollment courses. They've also asked and worked with us to become a site, an accredited site, and we're hoping that through their existing partnership with Northern that we can build on that, and they've hired a business instructor specifically to teach concurrent enrollment courses. So we're hoping to really, how do we make that more robust and provide opportunities to earn credits from Southeast Tech and move forward. Tierra High School, moving forward with them on providing opportunities. Their big program there is their welding program. They've really done a lot partnering with industry and working with Southeast Tech to build their welding program, and their welding instructor is now fully certified through us, and we're hoping to add a lot of opportunities for concurrent enrollment there. Harrisburg School District as well, that's been growing, the partnership there. We've always had our CNA. We've expanded the construction program there with their new facility through the Home Builders Association, and offering concurrent and dual enrollment courses. And we're continuously providing more options. They're looking at other programs as well and how they can embed some of those courses within their programs. They also have been submitted as an additional location, and everything we're hoping to embed within our HLC site visit next year. One thing that I do want to really kind of focus on and talk about is over the summer, Dean Jason Merritt from our trades division held a summer welding academy for high school faculty. And that was a week-long intensive program, and we had 5 high school faculty take advantage of this. They came on site. We had all kinds of activities for them where they were able to see how we embed our welding program, how we measure our welding program for assessment. They got exposed to different equipment, welding techniques, and 4 of them actually earned their American Welding Society certification. So that just helps strengthen how we can partner with them to offer dual credit at the high schools. So really trying to provide a lot of options with our high school partners and growing opportunities for students to move forward. Another focus that we've really looked on is grant opportunities, and how can we provide and look for different ways of funding at growing and advancing the institution. We submitted a grant through the Economic Development Administration for a $2 million grant to remodel the Sullivan Health Center. Unfortunately, we did not receive that grant, but not discouraged. We can continue to move forward, and we spoke with the EDA about other opportunities in the future as they come about, and they said they want us to apply. There was also a $10 million grant that we submitted through the American Rescue Plan. That was a larger Economic Development Administration grant. It was a national grant. They had in excess of 509 applicants, and they only awarded 32 grants, unfortunately. There again, we were not one of them. South Dakota was lucky, though. The Lakota Nation north of us was able to receive a $5 million grant for construction training. So we want to acknowledge that South Dakota was not left out, so we're excited about that. We also teamed up with the South Dakota School of Mines. South Dakota School of Mines has a program where they bring within what they call their region anywhere from 7 to 12 college institutions, two-year institutions together with them, and providing STEM opportunities that can be focused on high school training, faculty training, development opportunities. And they asked us to be part of this grant application. And so we submitted a grant application with them as a sub-awardee for $250,000. The School of Mines informed us just today that they did not win the grant, so we also didn't win that one, but again, not discouraged. So I'm going to end with really good news, though. We have been working with the South Dakota Board of Technical Education, and one of the goals is to how can we provide new and innovative opportunities to provide educational opportunities for students. One of those opportunities is through competency-based education, and we have received a $450,000 grant in conjunction with the Board of Tech Ed to actually pilot a CBE program and develop a CBE program here in South Dakota. We are very lucky. Secretary Sanderson from the Department of Education and the Governor's Office supported us doing this, and they helped allocate the funds. We are actually receiving $370,000 of that. The rest is remaining with the Board of Tech Ed as they're doing some review with the Competency-Based Education Network. They're signing a memorandum of understanding to have them come in and do a review of state policies. Are there anything we need to change at the state level that would ensure that we can do a CBE? The nice part about this grant is it gives us the opportunity to develop a CBE program in South Dakota. And I've actually received a lot of support and feedback from even Board of Regents universities, SDSU, USD, Northern have all said anything they can do to assist us. They're very interested in how this works and how they can partner with us and how they could possibly use our model and embed it within some of their programs. So really great opportunity for South Dakota as a whole and South Dakota students. Continuing with partnerships, we've really tried to focus on how we can partner and provide some really unique opportunities. We've really partnered with the Department of Corrections and Department of Labor with a welding program. Earlier, about a year and a half ago, Lake Erie had a similar partnership where they provided training for students to get some mechatronics and training. Well, we're going to do a welding training program. A little different, though. We have a cohort of 15 students that'll be coming to Southeast Tech. Department of Corrections has verified that these are very, very low-risk individuals. They're all getting ready for release. They're all doing work release. A lot of them are already doing work release, so they've had no issues with them. They're going to be their own cohort, and at the end of the fall semester, they will all have earned, given that they complete everything, a welding certificate. A couple weeks ago, we had the opportunity to meet with them and talk with them about the program. We actually had close to 30 students on the Zoom and from different facilities, and they asked a lot of great questions. And Assistant Secretary Clark from the Department of Corrections provided us with some feedback, and he said they have never seen such excitement amongst inmates about a program. They were really excited that they can earn a certificate, that this is leading towards a career that has a very high-paying starting wage. The faculty talked to them about the fact that you can go into companies that are going to have benefits and help you change your life, and they were really excited about that. So they went through the process of finishing vetting, and we have 15 students that will be going through this program, and we're hopefully that you can expand what we can do with that. We've also been working very close as a technical college system with the Board of Regents and partnering with the Board of Regents to really break down a lot of the barriers and silos that we have traditionally had separating our two systems. We met, all of the vice presidents of academic affairs and provosts met in Pierre for several days back in April, and the Board of Regents has made a very strong commitment and partnership to break down those barriers. They want seamless articulations between the 2 years and 4 years. They want us to partner and really work together. We've actually set up 2 Tiger teams. The second one we're just forming right now. I'm getting more information on that. The first Tiger team we put together was a nursing Tiger team, and we have faculty and leadership within our nursing program that are working with nursing programs amongst SDSU, USD, the other technical colleges. One of the goals is that we align our courses so that course X at Southeast Tech is the same at SDSU, USD, or any of the technical colleges. The next Tiger team that we're putting together is going to be on general education. We're going to start to align general education courses so that we all have the same standards, the same rigor, and that we're all making sure we're putting students first. And that really has been a big theme of this partnership with the Board of Regents. It is about the students of South Dakota, not about our institutions. We have to put the students first and do what's best for them. And that means we have to partner and work together and really look at how we can advance education in South Dakota. We also been working with the Department of Education. Us and Western Dakota are part of a consortium agreement. We have around 25 high schools in the Eastern Consortium. That's really provided us an opportunity to connect with high schools that we never have connected with in the past and being able to support them. So that consortium is growing. I think what started initially was 17, and more high schools have seen the value of coming together and working, and especially working with Southeast Tech. The last South Dakota partnership is with the South Dakota State University. When we launched our Vet Tech program a couple years ago, we had an opening ribbon cutting ceremony, and a lot of SDSU Vet Tech faculty came and toured our facility, and they have been just blown away with the quality of our facility. They've formed some very strong partnerships with Dr. Stahl and the other faculty, and they've been blown away with the quality of our program, to the point they want to partner with us with their Vet Tech, with their veterinary program. And they want to be able to have students come down, since they don't have a facility, and utilize our facility a few weekends in the spring so they get that exposure. And they want our students to go up to their facility to work with their students so that a vet tech student and a veterinary student can understand how do you work together and the value that this partnership brings. Not to mention they have a lot of large animal facilities. We've partnered with McCrossen's Boys Ranch for our large animal, but this would even provide us more opportunities to provide more exposure to our students and get them to understand the large animal component, because we still are kind of fighting a little bit of, it's about the kittens and bunny rabbits and puppy dogs. And the reality is great opportunities in the large animal out in the rural areas of South Dakota. We have several new academic programs starting this fall. This has been a very long, arduous process for us to get approvals through you, the Board of Technical Education, and Higher Learning Commission, and some of them, again, Programmatic Accreditation. But we're starting our business and launching a new program in human resource management, a 2-year associate's degree. We have a new faculty member that has joined our team and is highly qualified, so we're really excited to see that program grow and provide opportunities in a new emerging field. We also will be starting next fall the Associate of Applied Science in Behavioral and Mental Health Technician. That's been a very strong partnership with the VERA, Lifescape, the South Dakota Department of Social Services and Mental Health, to really provide an opportunity for students to enter that program and be able to fill a huge workforce need within that industry. We've been also working with VERA in Sanford. We'll be starting next year an Associate Applied Science and Medical Laboratory Technician, a very in-demand, high-need field. Averis talked about how a lot of their employees, they've had to recruit from out of state to fill a lot of those positions. So we're really excited about that program starting. Our AAS and mechanical systems, while it is a new program, it's actually two existing programs coming together to form one. Our HVAC and plumbing program. HVAC had been an associate's and diploma program, and we had less than 50% matriculation into the 2-year. A lot of them finished the 1-year diploma, and they were out working in field making money, which for a young kid, that's probably their first focus right now, and not seeing the whole value. Well, plumbing was a 1-year diploma, and when we talk with industry, especially in the rural parts of South Dakota, they need employees that can do both versus sending out two different technicians to install your heating unit, one to do the plumbing, one for the gas, and then one to do the HVAC installation. Can we have one? And this gives students that training, that they get that both trainings and more opportunities for workforce. So we brought those two together. Also working with the insurance industry in South Dakota and a lot of support from Marsh McLennan Agency, we developed the Diploma in Risk and Investment Management. And that is not only a standalone diploma, but it's also embedded within our Associate of Applied Science in Business Administration. So students earning the Diploma in Risk and Investment Management can seamlessly transfer all those and complete an AAS with us. And again, I've talked a little bit about the other opportunities with Northern, and as Articulations, it could continue, that continuum goes on. Through a really unique opportunity, we started our Allied Health Certificate, and that primarily focused at high school students. How do we get them the opportunity to earn a certificate before they graduate and complete, more importantly, they are completing the prerequisites to enter nursing, sonography programs, cardiac invasive, all those prerequisites are done. We're getting that done before they even show up to start as a full-time student with us. But it's also an opportunity for other individuals that may be working in the field that want to get additional exposure, additional training. So we have that new certificate starting this fall. And then the last certificate we have starting is the Community Health Worker Certificate, and that was a partnership with the South Dakota Department of Health. They have a new community health worker initiative that they're pushing out. They've set aside millions of dollars for employers, the health system employers, to hire community health workers, and they become that liaison between someone who needs care and the provider, and ensuring that they're staying on top. So we've been very lucky that program is starting. Looks as though that program's full, and we may be adding even more courses in the spring because very, very high demand, and it's being covered by many employers, so we're real excited about that. Another component within academics that we tend to forget about, but is really important to us, is our corporate education. And within corporate education, we've really had a lot of focus this year on driver's education. And the fact that the new federal guidelines changed and went into effect in early February for earning a Class A and Class B driver's license. So one of the things we've done is we've started a Class B program where it's kind of an a la carte program. So an employee can send an employee or an individual can register and just take those parts that they need, whether it be the written exam, the walk around, drive time. They're able to pick what they need, what fits their schedule, and be able to sign up for that. We've also added that similar a la carte format for the Class A as well. So a lot of trucking companies, they don't have the time to do some of the bookwork side, but they can do the over the highway drive time. So they are working with us to do that, and then they're doing the drive time. So we're really working on providing a lot of options. That's growing. We're dealing and fielding calls on a daily basis and helping individuals earn that certification and licensure. Also, because of Stephen Williamson and our foundation, we were able to purchase 2 new Class A semis that are automatic. That was a challenge because we had one that was a manual, and well, nobody drives manuals anymore, and So the automatic really has helped with retaining students and getting them through the program, and thanks to the foundation for their support in making that happen. Another thing we've done is assessment of our academic programs. This has been a key initiative for us over the last few years, especially because we're going into a comprehensive visit from the Higher Learning Commission. And the Higher Learning Commission, the Department of Education, U.S. Department of Education, has put a major focus on ensuring that academic programs, they're assessing their outcomes and they're making sure students are proficient upon graduation. One of the things we did is we looked at different software formats, and we implemented a new software solution several years ago called Watermark. Watermark allows each academic program to go in and identify course objectives, programmatic objectives, and really put everything into one spot. Faculty are able to go in and upload. They're able to share that information with their advisory boards, so advisory boards can see what's going on. They can provide feedback, and we can really track student progress over time. Something that we've really not been able to do. We've done it manually, but this is far more comprehensive. Dr. Homan has really done a lot of training on the Watermark program and how to do that. We're using that program to also track our new strategic plan and the components within that, and also to track the development and writing of the comprehensive report for HLC. So we're really excited that this program is there, and we're really placing a lot of focus. Faculty have just embraced this without any questions. Of course, the ultimate question is, are we going to get that buy-in? And we really have been able to spur that buy-in, and they're really doing that data entry. They're looking, and it's just not doing data entry. They're going back, and we're re-looking at that data so that we can make good decisions and really focus on what we're doing at our IE days and then our program advisory days. That concludes my presentation to the board. I stand open for questions and ask for your approval. Thank you.
Thank you. Very thorough, and appreciate all the detail you went into. I just can't help but reflect on, I mean, our many partnerships throughout, not just Sioux Falls, but just even statewide, with the Board of Regents and the universities that we work with, to the other school districts that we work closely with. And just the plethora of programming that we have available to students, not just in Sioux Falls, obviously, but we've got students coming from all over. And again, just meeting the needs of what our industry partners are asking for. We're going above and beyond, and I can't be more, honestly, more proud of the work that we do and just what we've been able to do these last few years just to ramp everything up, and just huge successes. So thank you very much. Stand by for any other comments.
I mean, it's been a long time coming, but should have happened a long time ago. And what you guys are doing, I think, is great. I mean, the partnerships you're building, it's huge. And if kids can transfer their credits to, through the Board of Regents, I mean, that stuff's just all good. And I appreciate it.
I know it's not always easy to stand up there and tell us about the grants that you did not get. However, you don't know if you don't try. And so I think that even through the process of an application, you learn something about yourself or the institution, or things that maybe you look at who won and you compare yourself maybe to what programs they have. And I think it's all a really great process. Maybe not, you didn't get as much as you wanted, but even having some success, you have to keep trying. And I think it's a really good way to kind of evaluate where we're at. And it's nice to have all those other options out there to kind of keep being creative and thinking big. And maybe it didn't work out this time, but maybe another one will come along that will give us some other opportunity that we didn't have before. So I think that's awesome. And to Mark's point, I think it's so funny because you sit here and you're like, why wouldn't you be able to transfer credits from one? It seems like such a no-brainer, but it's not. It's never been that easy. And so certainly appreciate the work that has been done behind the scenes to make it look easy, but it certainly is not. And there's a lot of kind of different methods and different schedules and all those things to line up, but definitely a win for the students in our state and anybody that goes to the universities or the technical colleges in our state to be able to have that opportunity when life changes, or your needs change or the fit just isn't right, like you mentioned. So great work all around. Thanks for the update.
Who would have known, we were the only state that didn't have two-year colleges with the tech schools, and with peeling off to create the Board of Tech Ed. I think that's just allowed this to put them on the same level now that they're not viewed as K-12. They're viewed as at the same level as colleges. And so I think through that process and through Governor Dugard, I think, when was that? About 4 or 5 years ago, when he pushed and wanted that first push for allowing that seamless transition, and finally seeing the fruition of that. And what you stated is putting our students first, and that's what everybody's goal should be for this. So it's great.
Let's see how we can make it work, and we're really excited. And the faculty taking on doing the hard work for the accreditation component, it's not easy, but then the support we receive from all of our student success, the business office, financial aid, enrollment management, we couldn't be doing any of this with all of that, without all of that support and backing to make it move forward.
All right. See no other comments. Can I get a motion, a second, to approve the fiscal year 22 academic update?
So moved. Second.
Any other discussion? All right. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. And that motion passes. Thank you very much. Dr. Cruz.
We really wanted academics to have the focus of this meeting starting in August. We are going to, on Wednesday, have begin our development days and our startup activities, and it'll just be a couple of short weeks before we launch and start classes. But I think Dr. Valdez's overview is really impressive in so many ways. You mentioned the partnerships and collaborations, and I'm very glad he recognizes, as he would be the first one to say this, it is a team effort in that regard. There have been countless hours in all the accreditation activities and the approval, the professional accreditations that you see there. On every one of the collaboration and partnership agreements, those agreement drafts probably go back and forth 3 or 4 times, and so much effort and work has gone into those. And thank you, Board Member Reiter, for mentioning in terms of those grant applications, a huge amount of work, and you do learn something. And I think even though we weren't successful on a few of those, I think I said it was the one old quote that you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So I think that is exactly, we've got to keep trying, and we've just got a great team there. Our student support services have been very busy. We concluded our last AAR last Friday. And so it's an exciting time, and I think you've got just a snapshot of a lot of the different things. So just wanted to acknowledge all the hard work and the effort on the part of the faculty, the staff, and all of the administrators that you see sitting here in front of you. So thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, any other business before the board? All right, seeing none, can I get a motion and a second for adjournment?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank you.